Hello there, only One Kenobi here, only one. I want to talk to you about some TVC news and also a quick word on Andor episode 10. Oh my god. Brilliant. Epic that. Unbelievable. I got a text off Tim for Bosk's Bounty today and I thought it was a spoiler text, you know, when you sort of think, oh my god, he's not going to say anything that happened, is he? But no, he's loving the show, I'm loving the show, and oh my god, man. Loads of people are loving Andor. This here, I don't know, I was just about to do this video just to do a catch-up video talk, and I've never ever head swapped that figure before, which is just the standard trooper from the Solo line. I mean, a load of people would have done lots with this figure in terms of like kit bashing or whatever, but I've never done it. It's the obvious choice, isn't it? You know, now we've had Andor, and we're getting this figure. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. As I say, there's TVC news. I want to talk about that. There's you know, the Andor trooper figure coming out, or is it? You know, I'm in the UK here and I'm nervous as hell, man. It doesn't really seem like these things are going to be available, so I don't know where to begin with this. Maybe we'll talk about that now. Let's talk some TVC news. So there is a week ago or whatever it was, and I didn't cover it on my channel, so I'd like to do that now. They announced the Andor trooper figure, whatever you want to call it. So pretty much he's dressed like that. Quite ironic this, because he did talk about Mimban. I was only in the mud fields of Mimban, or whatever he says quite early on in the season. All I did was basically head swap that figure there and put that on this one from Solo. But still, so that's coming out. And then last night there was more figures announced. Luckily he's just underneath me. Boba Fett, we'll talk a bit about that. And then also Colt, which is a figure that's really rare from the Clone Wars line. I think my nephew has that figure, or had it. My mother bought it for him, his granny, and she probably got it for like retail price or less at Tesco. And that figure goes for, or used to go for loads of money, but now it's coming to TVC. But here's my problem with all of that. I never got a Havoc. I'm nervous as hell that I'll never get a Havoc. I don't really want to have him loose because I've got loads of clones. I can live without him loose, although it would be nice to have it loose and carded, but I'm never at this rate going to get it carded. As for, hang on, just lost the focus. As for, what's he called now? Colt. I'd love that figure actually loose because he's more significant. He trains with the, all the clones on Camino, and what else? Oh yeah, Ventress sees him off. So there's a couple of figures I'd like loose, but so I don't know where he fits. All I know is, right, this Andor figure is on Star Action Figures right now, and I'll show you a screen grab. And that's what you see. You see him and 4 other question marks, because they're the figures that aren't yet announced or known that sit in that slot. And it's sold out. I don't understand it. I'm beyond understanding it with things like that. What the hell is going on when something is sold out at pre-order? Surely there should be taking tabs of who wants what, and then they produce to suit the audience. Don't get it. So if anyone has any answers as to why Star Action Figures are sold out on that, let me know. But you can still get him just on his own on pre-order, so I don't get it. But that's that. Also, the situation which has got nothing to do with Star Action Figures at all, really. It's all to do with Hasbro, really, and their allocation, or the UK's allocation of figures, right? I want to know what's going on with Havoc. I want to know why hardly any of them were made. Let's just get him off for now. Who is this? That's Echo! Yeah, why aren't there more of him? And also, Colt, where's he going to sit? Is he some kind of mad exclusive? I mean, the thing about these figures are they were just announced out of nowhere and then they're sold out of the blue within seconds, which is unfair as hell, man, isn't it? So that's that. So I'm going to cut away in a minute and I'm going to show you a few more screen grabs so we can have a look at these figures in more detail. So stay with me. Let's have a look at them. Right, so up first, let's have a look at this Havoc figure, because I don't even remember talking about that on my channel. So it looks great. Well, yeah, it's just like the figure you just saw. It's just Echo, but with a different bit of marking. But no, what I mean is, I would like this guy loose because it's part of the 501st, isn't it? You forget Havoc is part of that little crew. There's no picture here with him without a helmet off. So I actually would like to know if there is a sculpt under there. I assume there will be, or maybe it's not. Maybe this is, right, the template for the new sculpt for the Phase 2. I don't know, because that still looks quite big, doesn't it? But slightly better with the pauldron that's wide, a bit like the other 501st guys. Echo, Jesse, and 5s. You know, they look better than the other Phase 2s because they've got a bit more in their body, but that's a great looking figure, in it. You can't beat a bit of 500 first action. Give that a like, Tim. And then let's go up to this figure here. Now, this is more interesting because, yeah, there's a shot of the card there. There's that 20th anniversary. Look at this now, see? Look at that sculpt. The short shaven hair. And yeah, you can totally see the potential of a really good Rex. I know we've just had Rex, but he's got that bouffant Betty. But that's great, isn't it? Look at this. Fantastic. And there's only 2 images there. I'm going to go over in a minute to Facebook. We're going to have... here we go. I haven't shown you this yet. So we're still on Bosk's Bounty. Sorry, Tim, I've not liked any of these. And there is Andor. That's great, isn't it? Look at that. Look at that hat as well. I guess it's not removable, because if it was, they would have shown you, Hasbro, the you know, the figure without the hat on. So I presume that's all sculpted in, which is fair enough. They've done a brand new sculpt for that or whatever, including the hat. Great. It was brilliant, the episode. Stay tuned. I am going to talk about Andor a little bit. But, you know, really, I just want to kind of get off in a minute, edit this video and watch it again. But I don't really want to say too much. I just want to just reiterate a few things. But it was brilliant. Really powerful, you know, I love it. And there we are. Let's go to Facebook. And so here we are, VC 20,000. There you are, the biggest Facebook group out there for the vintage collection. And this is what I want to look at now. So this is the Boba Fett. And I'll be honest with you, when I first saw this being revealed, I was a bit like, I wasn't interested. Because, you know, in terms of me loose collection, right, I don't really particularly want him loose. Because he doesn't look like that in the films. I'm one for screen accuracy, but carded, yes. But having said that, I've changed my mind. I actually wouldn't mind it loose to go next to my retro collection Fett, which isn't a genuine 80s Fett, but you know, both together might be quite nifty somewhere. I might put them in the same cabinet where I've got my helmets. But there you go. There's that, and then there it is. It's good, isn't it? It's that sculpt, but it's kind of sharp in the Kenner colours. I remember a while ago they had that figure in the 6-inch line, which was the Kenner repaint, but it didn't really float my boat because probably it was the wrong scale for me. But that actually, probably because it's in classic 3 3/4 inch, is actually pulling me in. I wouldn't mind that loose as well. Wow, actually, look at that, man. Look, that's great. And the rocket as well, look at that, man. It's that rocket actually that's doing it. Isn't that brilliant? That's awesome. And there you are. Are we going to get a shot of him from behind? This is John Miko here. This is the, aha, there you go. That's what I want to see. That's awesome, actually, isn't it, man? Very good. Very clever, Hasbro. I wonder if you can remove that helmet. Wow. Oh, wow. Or have they done the helmet that is the Death Squad Mandalorian, maybe? Which is a non-removable helmet, and you can articulate the visor. The rangefinder. They might have done that. And that actually brings me to another point. Jango Fett, can we have him? That would be really good. There's some other images here just with the white background. Very nice. I'm sorry, I'm speeding through these. That's a good pose, that. Look at that. Really nice. Look at him in that classic pose. There's the card back. You've got to have that on your wall, haven't you, man? And that is it from John Miko. So I think I've shown you everything now, ladies and gentlemen. And that is it. I think I've shown you everything now. So let's just round up now just by talking a little bit about Andor, other than just go and watch it, man. If you haven't watched anything up to episode 10, start at the beginning. Go through it. Slow burn it, man, and get into this thing. Love it. I can't really say any more than that, man. I just love it. You either love it or you hate it. But I don't really see why any real Star Wars fan would hate this. And the prison break, wonderful, you know what I mean? It really does make sense. I was over there by the Tantive 4 before, and I was looking at the Rebels. Let me just go over there now. All of that now means so much more. And everyone's saying, do they need that? Have they got a screw loose? Anyone who says that this is not like Star Wars, that is absolute bollocks, that, man. It is Star Wars. It supplements all of this and makes it mean so much more. You know what I mean? They're fighting for freedom, and it makes you really understand why they're doing it, you know? They're going head to head with a juggernaut, a giant, the Empire, and wow, if you were in that prison, you'd sign up, man. You'd be on that side. Freedom! Whatever, it's just powerful. So I loved it. And Andy Serkis at the very end as well, you know, his character, you know, I can't swim. So I hope you get out of there okay. Then you see Andor at the end running off with Melchior, whatever his name is. Brilliant. What else happened? Yeah, that guy, that spy, that was also, speaking of Bosk's bounty, I've mentioned you a lot in this video, Tim, but he did say that he had a theory that he was a spy, and indeed it looks like he was. I think Matt Universal, no, he's not called that anymore. Matt Zero Hunter Toys also talked about somebody being a mole, but I don't remember him saying him, or did he? I can't remember, but still, it's true. He's obviously, but he wanted to get out, didn't he? He was like, he's just had a child and he wants out. So it's all interesting. I just can't wait for episodes 11 and 12. We are down now, or in for a treat to the last 2 episodes. And every time I've watched these shows, the biggest disappointment is when this show ends and you have to wait another week. But that's the sign of a good program, man, when you are hooked and you want to keep watching, you know what I'm saying? Love it. Thank you for watching this video. If you have enjoyed it, do give the video a thumb up and all of that YouTube blah-de-blah. Subscribe for free if you haven't already. And take it a step further, become a patron or channel member if you are a long-time viewer and want to support the channel. All the links and details are in the description. In the meantime, this has been Only One Kenobi. Only one. Out.